Hey guys, welcome back to another video. And so today's video, I'm going to be showing you all of my Freddy customs that I've made in the past like 2 years or so. And so yeah, I guess I'll just do it by like random. And I guess I'll just start off with Withered Freddy first. Okay, so here is Withered Freddy, and now I made him in like 2023, so last year, a couple months ago. And so yeah, here he is. He's not too accurate to how he looks like in FNAF 2, but I'd say he's still pretty accurate. I made him using a tie-dye Freddy figure, as you can see from the hand that I didn't paint, or the feet. I never paint the feet just because you can't see them. But yeah, here he is. I added a bunch of milliput onto him to just sculpt him and stuff like that, as you can see. I think he came out pretty cool looking, honestly. I also made like a new microphone for him as well. He has a lot of articulation, as you can see. And yeah, I think I did a pretty good job on him. Honestly, I think I did use a bunch of black wash than I needed to. So I think I should have just like lowered the black wash down a bit, but yeah, here's how he looks like from the back, a lot less detailed, and his jaw looks a little weird. I had to cut off like half his head and stuff. He was pretty difficult to make, I'd say, and overall I think I did a pretty good job on him. And also I added like shoulders and stuff like that as well. I made a new jaw for him, just sculpted it on. I got rid of the FNAF 1 Freddy knee pads. I cut them off and then just kind of like molded the leg. And then I molded the feet as well as the thighs. Pretty much everywhere on his body is just molded. So yeah, I think he came out really cool, honestly. I guess now we can just move on to Molten Freddy. So here is Molten Freddy. So yeah, he's very detailed, I'd say. He's just a bunch of wires and cords, basically, with like a face and some eyeballs. But I think I did a really good job on him. He was super difficult for me to make, honestly, and he's definitely one of my weirdest customs that I have. He does have some articulation. He has, I don't know if you can see it, but like you can see a ball joint there and a ball joint here. And yeah, see, he can bend his arm. This goes for the same on his other arm too. I just don't really like redoing the articulation on both arms. And on his hand as well. And yeah, I sculpted his hands. I sculpted both his hands. And same with like the eyeballs and stuff like that. Here's how he looks like from the back. It's basically the same. And you can see the joint better actually there. And then here is his face. So his face was very hard for me to do, honestly. I was like, how am I going to make his face? I basically just got a bunch of pieces of epoxy sculpt to try making in the little pieces that he has on his face, and then once those dried the next day, I just applied them on and glued them together, and I just got like a wood popsicle stick or whatever to hold up his head, and then just a bunch of hot glue, and then I used toothpicks for his teeth, and it actually turned out really good. I'm very proud of this custom. He unfortunately does not have any head articulation, but yeah, I think he came out really cool looking, honestly. He's definitely one of my favorite customs that I've made. He is very messy though, but I think he's supposed to be messy. Okay, so the next custom we're going to be looking at is going to be Shadow Freddy. So Shadow Freddy was my oldest figure that you can see here, and he was made using like a 2016 Freddy figure, which I kind of regret now. But anyways, here he is. As you can see, the mold from him and Withered Freddy, there is definitely a big difference. This one looks more like the Withered Freddy from FNAF 2, meanwhile this one just kind of doesn't look like it. But yeah, I still think I did a pretty good job on him. As you can see, the paint is chipping off since I made this in like 2022, and he's just a very old custom. But overall, I like him a lot, honestly, and I like his wires and stuff like that, even though they are a bit fragile. But I think I did actually a pretty good job on him. And his joint just fell off. Yeah, but that's kind of it I have to say for Shadow Freddy here. So I guess we can get on to our next one. Oh yeah, I have to like slice off his face cheeks as well. So a lot of you might not know what this is, but basically I made like 4 figures, and it's basically just the nightmare figures, but I just made them like fixed, so I got rid of a bunch of their withering by adding clay onto them and stuff. So yeah, here's my Freddy one. I have Chica, Bonnie, and Foxy as well. I've shown them in previous videos, so if you want to check those out, you can. That'd be helpful to my channel as well. But yeah, here he is. I made him using a bootleg Nightmare Freddy figure because the actual Nightmare Freddy figure is actually pretty rare. So that's why I decided to use a bootleg, and also I just had one lying around as well. And I only had one Nightmare Freddy figure that was actually made by Funko. But he does have some articulation. He has like one ball joint at his shoulder as well as his elbow. Fortunately, no hand articulation. He has a ball joint at his head, it's a bit tight, and then he has a ball joint at his thigh, but it's very loose on this leg. and a ball joint at his knee, which is very tight for some reason. But yeah, here he is. As you can see, some of the clay is cracking, but that's because I made the huge mistake of using air dry clay. It's just I didn't have enough like milliput or epoxy sculpt to just make like, because I needed a lot of clay and stuff, so I decided to use air dry clay because I had a lot of it. But yeah, I guess that's basically what I have for this guy. He looks kind of like a drug addict, but whatever. I guess the next one we can go on to is Ruined Freddy. So you might be wondering where his other claw is. I do have it. It's just I'm not gonna really show it because it's just another one of this claw. But I do have it. I just have to glue it on and stuff, which I just keep forgetting to do. I don't know why. I just keep forgetting to glue on his other hand, but I will soon. But overall, this is like a really good custom, in my opinion, that I think I made. I think I did a really good job on him. I made him in like one day. It was like one day in like 2023. I don't remember. I think it was in like in August or something. And yeah, as you can see, I do have like the little gift box in his stomach, and around the stomach area is a bit messy. But like, I'll show you a picture of when I first made him, when he was finished. Just like some of the clay on here chipped off and stuff, and so I had to like improvise by like making a black marker instead to have like withering or something like that. So that's why it's a bit messy around in this area. But when I first made it, it wasn't as messy as it is now. But yeah, this guy was a super difficult custom to make, as you could probably see. I mean, I had to like hollow out his whole stomach somehow, and thank God the Funko figures are hollow on the inside, because I don't know how else I would have done this. But yeah, he actually does have torso articulation. He can swivel from side to side, not necessarily a 360. He has a ball joint at his shoulder as well as his elbow. No hand articulation though, but there is hand articulation on this one, but it's just not here right now. And then it's the same for his other arm. And then he has a ball joint at his thigh as well as his knee, and that goes for his other one, as his other leg as well. But yeah, overall he's a really good custom. Very difficult to make, just like all my other Ruined figures, but I think I did a good job on him. Anyways, that's it for Ruined Freddy. I guess now I'll get on to Toy Freddy. Okay, so here's my Toy Freddy figure. I made him last year in like October or something like that, and I made him in the same day as Toy Bonding, which is why I didn't get enough time to just like sand him down and stuff. I just kind of rushed him, and I made him using a VR Toy Freddy figure. Yep, like the one with the VR mask, so I had to cut that off, and I had to sculpt up his face and stuff. But like, looking at him now, he's very messy, and I definitely should have sanded him down. Back then I didn't have proper like sandpaper or whatever. I just had like a Dremel with like some little sand tip on it that did not work well at all. But yeah, here he is. I think overall he's pretty good, but he's just very messy. Like from a distance, he actually looks pretty good, but like up close you can see like all the lines and stuff, and it just doesn't look good. And I really don't like how I made his like eyebrows and stuff too. But yeah, that's basically my Toy Freddy figure. I don't really know what else to say about him. For my last Freddy figure, we have Carney from FNAF Help Wanted 2. I made this guy in December when the game came out. I think he came out really good, honestly. I really like him. I did like use Posca markers a lot on him. That's why like there's a bunch of little tiny colors of paint on him. But that is why, and there's like highlights on his top hat, and like the other parts of him that are just blue. His joints are a bit loose and flimsy because this is a Rockstar Freddy figure, and so the joints kind of crack a lot. I did do some sculpting for his like vest. It didn't turn out too good, but I think it looks alright. It was pretty hard for me to do the lines right here for his vest. Like the vest was like the only hard part about him. On the back it's just pretty bad, as you can see. Overall, I think he came out pretty good. It's just the brown paint is just chipping now because he's like 6 or 7 months old. So yeah, his brown paint is just chipping. As you can see, he has some articulation, the same articulation he had when he was just a Rockstar Freddy figure, though I don't think he can swivel his waist anymore. Actually, I don't think he could swivel his waist before, I do not remember. But yeah, he just has the same basic articulation as all the other ones. This joint has cracked, so I have to fix that, but yeah, here he is. I actually really like this custom, and I'm really proud of how I made his eyes, honestly. His eyes are like the best eyes I've painted on a custom figure so far. So I think I did a really good job on that one. Anyways guys, that's the end of today's video. So I'll see you guys in my next video, whenever that'll be. And be sure to like and subscribe because that'll help out my channel a bunch. And yeah, peace out guys.